let's see, next week starts Anna and Gretel, our camera person, are going to for 2 weeks in Hollywood. They've got a condo or an apartment across from Universal Studios, and Gretel's going to go to the New York Film Academy's summer camp acting for film. So very cool. So we'll miss them for a couple of weeks. I'll be here 1 week, and then I will be here the next. But Larry will be sort of doing the Mike and Anna role. So as soon as we get Anna back, since she's I don't think I am in the right spirit to start the meditation, but she'll be back in just a second. We'll let her start it. I was going to tell you, Wesley, our parents, 2 weeks. Yeah, she's at her woman riding horse.
Very nice folks.
So she left us a handwritten note, and we found it, and it said it had one, had all the pants, feed all the fishes, all that sort of thing. And then it said, you can tell what we can talk about. It said, don't worry, I won't turn Mormon. So you can sort of get an idea of what's going on in the house. But then I'm always, Gretel, if you can't get to sleep, what do I tell you to do?
Imagine a white barn on a hill.
Imagine a white barn on a hill. And she said, Dad, don't worry, I'll remember to imagine a white barn on a hill. And I'll wake up feeling, what do I always tell you to feel?
Ease and confidence.
Ease and confidence. I'll wake up feeling ease and confidence. And Wesley, I think, will be back next week. So, why don't we do this? I'll get us started just to show you I know how. But Anna does a much more reverent start. So, for everyone who has not been, we're a community. So, and there's no one who's more spiritual than anybody else. And if you don't believe that, we'll prove it to you. So we all just come and each have exactly the same things that contribute to the group. It's just us being us is enough. And we meditate. But it's not like we're a meditation community. This is Andy Monaco, our resident, our in-house rock star comedian.
He's more spiritual than
He is. We have a lot of guests today, first-timers, Andy, and I was just telling them that no one's more spiritual than anybody else except for you.
That's because you sing spiritually.
That's right. And next week, Steve, and I'm blanking on his last name, came and played for us one time. He wrote us, what? The cello? Not the celloist, he's sort of the folksy guitar player. He wrote a song just for our group and called and asked if he could come back and play it. Steve, Steve's last name? Bassett. Yeah. Thank you, Gretel. Steve Bassett's going to come back. He's got a song just for us. With all that, what we're going to do, we're a community that meditates. We're not a meditation community because there's a big difference, actually, because a group that just comes to meditate gets up and leaves and never talks to each other. We're actually...
It's not necessarily true.
Well, not necessarily. But we're a community that happens to meditate. So here's what we're going to do for 20 minutes or more, depending upon Anna's.
How about if you be the bell ringer today, and I'll sit here, and then I'll be the special speaker.
I've never ever rung the bell. This is all new.
Have your iPhone move.
I can do the bell.
I can do the bell.
You can do the bell?
Andy's great.
This will be a weird experience, guys.
You just cute me.
Yeah, only on the first hand, remember?
Are you gonna sing during it too, Andy?
Yes.
Is it possible to try to shoot the 30 minutes? Because sometimes I think if we go just a little longer, sometimes it takes a while to kind of
So, well, if any of the newcomers won't panic at 30 minutes, we'll go 30 minutes.
or somewhere around there.
I think it's starting to get really hot with the air conditioner on.
Okay.
I'll turn it back on.
Okay.
Without speaking, it was.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll turn it on once we start sitting, it will magically come on, like it always does.
Because last week it was, or last week or week before it was off.
Yeah, usually it's cool in here, but the last 2 weeks have been a little bit warm. So yeah, it must be so. So what we do is we'll ring a bell, and if you've never meditated before, some people count breaths. And then your thoughts will sort of, run around in your head like a snare drum. Or as the Indians say, like a monkey, wild monkey. But after a while they start to settle down a little bit, and you can start sort of feeling your core or your inside. And you just sort of sit and be you and not do anything. And if you continue to think the entire time there's nothing wrong with that at all, that just means you've got a really great mind that doesn't want to stop. Okay? So that's where we go. And after a while we sort of get to a spot that we can feel differently. And there's all sorts of studies that say it enhances creativity, longevity, brain health, all that sort of relationships. We don't know anything about that, but it's really cool to meditate.
Is it like those pills you can buy on television?
It's that way, but it doesn't have the diarrhea side of it.
Oh.
And it won't kill you. Okay.
But it does contribute to flatulence, doesn't it?